help grow. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, continue. I'm sorry. Basically, what we want to do is we want to introduce students to STEM in a variety of ways by bringing people in the field to them in many different ways because STEM jobs are projected to grow 13% between 2017 and 2027. And the way things are going, blacks and Hispanics and other minority groups are way underrepresented. So we really want to give them the opportunity to be in that number of growth. All right. Now, all right. So basically, at UK Institute, as you already know, we have a global approach, and with that, and when I say that, I mean a global approach by the way we teach STEM and introduce STEM. So these are a few things that we do offer: robotics, coding, ACT prep, mentorship, and the list goes on and on. But I don't have too much longer, so let me keep going. But I'm gonna hit these points as we come along. So this year, we really want to go into what I call VR. We have a one of the largest VR labs here in Mississippi. I think besides Labaki, I think Jackson State has a pretty good one also. But we want to really get into VR, and our program will run from Monday through Thursday. Mondays we'll have more robotics and a VR lab day, and then Tuesday through Thursday we will basically hit on those ACT subjects such as math, science, English, and those type of things. So you will be able to stay after school, experience this, and then get dropped off by the bus. Okay, some of you all know how it went before we went virtual, but now we're back physical. So let me keep going. I don't have too much longer. But I want to talk about STEM Saturdays. Now, this year, I'm not selling wolf tickets. I'm not playing with you all. We have a VR engineering course coming. That means you'll be able to learn about the metaverse, how to build different things in VR, that VR experience. So we actually have engineers here. They're going to come on Saturdays for you all. And then I have another surprise. I have a guy to come who does murals in Jackson. I'm real close to him. He does NFTs also. So you'll have an NFT art and design course on Saturdays. Okay, so you would be able to jump into the NFT world when it comes to VR and those type things. And then the Stennis Space Center. Okay, so we're at NASA Astro Camp. Okay, so we had the Stennis Space Center. We're gonna plan a trip to go to the Infinity Science Center down there to visit the place. So this year we'll actually have a field trip. I just want to let y'all know that. But there will be more to this, but I only have so long. So the parent-student orientation, okay, this is an information night. It'll be February 18th at 6 p.m. Okay, from 6 to 7. So if you want to know more information, I will give you all the information you need. I'm limited today, but anyway, let me keep going. All right, so how do I sign up? So if you want to try to sign up or want more information for this, please scan this QR code. You should be able to move the I don't know if it's big enough, but you can scan this QR code with your camera, and you should be able to get to the application. Okay, and starting Monday, I will have physical applications out also and more information. So if you want to contact me, I know I kind of been running through this, but I know I'm limited. Here's my email, cred@tougaloo.edu, or you can email us at youcan@tougaloo.edu. But what I'm trying to say is this is our last year with you all. We really want you all to participate and be a part of this because this is life changing. I don't know if y'all heard of NFTs or metaverse. We're bringing it directly to you. So there's no way you're not going to be able to get into that field. And coding and robotics is what we do. I have plenty of robots, top of the line, just sitting there waiting. Too much equipment for y'all not to use. All right, so thank you all for the time. And I know I'm over my time, so let me keep going. All right, thank y'all.
Good evening, you all. Thank you so much, Mr. Red, for coming and sharing with us before we begin. We want to say thank you all so much too for bearing with us this afternoon, having some technical difficulties. We probably could have benefited from UCAN tonight a little bit ourselves, and maybe we wouldn't have the technical difficulties that we had tonight trying to get us all here. But I just want to say welcome again to everybody, and thank you for being so patient and giving us time to kind of work through our technical difficulties. If you know people who may be trying to join the meeting and they're having difficulty, if you don't mind helping us share the link, we've sent it to all parents, all students, all Tougaloo faculty, but there may be people contacting you saying that they can't get in. We always like to begin every meeting that we have at the Early College High School program with reminding our community and our families about our vision and mission. We are committed to becoming a top-ranked model school of innovation. That's why it's so important for us to strengthen partnerships with Tougaloo College and outside community. Mr. Red talks about experiences for our students where they can work with NASA, Labaki. Those things make learning interesting and real. So we want to always make sure to expose our students to those opportunities. And we always work with our mission in mind. It is our mission at JTX to always promote excellence, community, honor, and scholarship. I am Ashley Molden, and currently I serve the Early College High School program as the intervention specialist. I have some other amazing ladies on the team, and I will allow them to introduce themselves, and then we'll kind of welcome you all, and then I'll talk about the purpose, and then we'll kind of go ahead and get started for the night. So thank you again for joining us. Thank you for giving us a little time to kind of work through technical difficulties. If you know someone who may be experiencing challenges joining the meeting, if you don't mind helping us share the link, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you again, Mr. Red.
Thank you, Mrs. Molden, and thank you, Mr. Red. Parents, we are always excited about events like tonight because this represents the start of a very significant journey. And tonight, you're going to receive information from every department that offers an associate's degree. You'll be able to understand the kind of coursework the students will be engaged in. You'll also be able to determine what course associate's degree might be most closely aligned to your child's goals and dreams. Please be careful to make sure that you do sign in and feel comfortable asking questions. If you should have questions, make sure that you do ask them. They're going to also talk about how each associate degree connects with various careers. And so tonight is for information gathering so that as your child brings the information to you to select courses and to definitely complete their choice card and to declare their major, we want to make sure that you can make an informed decision. So thank you again for being with us. Thank you again, Mr. Red. We are expecting all of our 9th and 10th graders to participate, and you can definitely, and Mr. Red, you'll have to tell me if 11th and 12th graders can participate, but we're wanting 100% of our 9th and 10th graders to get that very dynamic experience. Students have loved it. They have met so many people as a result of it and had so many amazing experiences. So be sure to reach out to him, and they're going to be starting on, I believe, next week. Ms. Fleming.
Good evening, everyone. I am Ms. Fleming, the lead counselor. And again, we would like to welcome you and thank you all for coming out to our major declaration night or overview night. Because tonight, our scholars will not choose the major, although some of you have already expressed interest. We still want you to get exposure to all the majors and what they entail. Because we know that you don't necessarily have to, your AA does not have to be in what you want your bachelor's degree in. So we want you to see what's closely aligned, what may spark your interest, and just enjoy.
Miss Fleming, I believe I saw Dr. Walters on the line and Dr. McDowell Robinson. At this time, Dr. Walters, I'd like to yield the floor to you if you'd like to bring greetings. Or Dr. McDowell Robinson. Or Dr. Montgomery.
Good evening. I was trying to get myself off mute. Good evening. It's such a pleasure to be with all of us this evening and to hear all of this wonderful information that will come from our various schools here at Tougaloo College. I am Dr. Andrea Montgomery and currently serving as interim dean for the School of Education, Supervision, and Instruction. I have the pleasure of working with the UCAN program as well as the Early College High School program. I am learning, they are learning and growing. The programs are moving along successfully, and we encourage our active participation in both programs, the Early College High School as well as the UCAN Institute. Take advantage of all opportunities that are available. We are in 2022 and opportunities will be growing. We look forward to the information that will be shared tonight, and thank you again for joining us. Thank you so much, Dr. Evans, for allowing me an opportunity to speak.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Ms. Fleming.
And Ms. Molden. So we just want to talk about the transition from high school courses to college courses. So if you could continue this program as juniors, and it starts really earlier now with our sophomores, but we kind of want to introduce now our ninth graders to the various degree programs, because some math decisions and course decisions that they take will be dependent upon their AA degree decisions. So as juniors that our 10th graders will be merging to, they will be full-time college students in high school. The experience in your course will vary depending on the professor and the department. So students need to make sure that they are familiar with the professor's syllabus. And that is very important. Professors will tell you the grading rules, what to do when you're absent, how to contact them. We want to make sure we tell our scholars to use your JPS email when communicating with your professors, because of the different organizations, our emails are flagged. And so they may miss communication with you or go to their spam. So when we communicate with our Tougaloo professors or departments, please make sure that you use your Tougaloo email, excuse me. We want to make sure our scholars are building good habits. In high school, we do allow amnesty week or allow you to return assignments. That might not be an opportunity that will be granted to you on the college side. So do not make that an expectation. So make sure you sharpen your study and time management skills. That's going to be very important. Make sure you learn how to prioritize now. And the best practice will be your 9th and 10th grade year. We slowly give you classes to help you adapt to that. But some of those professors are still a little bit more flexible. But as you get into your major and certain departments, that flexibility is no longer there. Don't allow room for procrastination. I know I'm a procrastinator. Your parents may say they're procrastinators, but really when you are in class, procrastination can be detrimental. You might not have the opportunity to turn it in late, and then that could be the only grade that you receive, which could possibly be an F because you didn't turn it in. So make sure you turn assignments in before time and make allowances for things that may happen. I know when I was applying to grad school, I was in a car accident the night before the application was due. It was due at 11:59. And I had to finish some parts to it. That procrastination means I should have turned in early to account for some, life happens. We don't know. So you want to make sure you turn assignments in enough time. So if you having issues with technology or the assignment is not correct, the professor probably has time to look over it and allow you to make some corrections. So again, make sure you do assignments ahead of time. Do not count on do-overs. Give all assignments your best effort in the beginning. Schedule and attend office hours when you need help, or even if you do not. You want your professors to know you. I used to stay in my professor's office. Dr. Freeman is on here. She knows I was in there asking questions if I didn't have a question. Sometimes that may account for something if your professor has a relationship with you, and when you need to have recommendation letters. They are also good sources, and they can't write a recommendation letter for you if they don't know you. So make sure you go and build a rapport with your professors and make sure it stays professional. When you send emails, make sure you have a subject line. And we've gone over this with Ms. Chapman with their tech tech assignments, or when she has her tech time, showing you how to write emails. So make sure you have a subject line. Say who you are, what class you are in, because they teach many of students. And then let them know what your issues are. If you're absent, again, make sure you communicate ahead of time so they can make so you can make accommodations, as well as them if they will give you any allowances to make up assignments. Be sure to always follow JTEX procedures regarding communication with professors. Use your Tougaloo Outlook address, carbon copy, appropriate personnel. Because sometimes we can intervene if we know the issue ahead of time. Communicate absences ahead of time. So that's good. Just get protocol to get in the habit of doing. Even if you have on your high school side, again, this could be practice time. So you can work on that and sharpen your skills so you are not afraid to communicate with your professors. Again, although they are not your high school teachers and you might not see them every day as you do us, they are still there to help you and willing to help you. You just need to tap into their resource. They can't help you if they don't know the issue. So again, I know it might take a little time. You may be shy, but that's why you have us here, Dr. Evans, Mrs. Molden, your teachers on the high school side, to help you build that support there. And think about college students who don't have this, as freshmen are going in new on campus and don't have a support system such as us, or even your professors who also, I know in class, have reached out to you to communicate with them. So again, it might seem like a big step to just transition fully to to college if you are a sophomore right now. And as our freshman, you'll get more college classes next year. So you could have between 6 to 9 hours as a sophomore for my 9th graders. So again, these are just habits that you want to build and take with you as you matriculate through your next 2 to 3 years. So now we will hear from our associate degree offerings. So we have 9, yes. And those associate degree offerings are biology, business, child development, computer science, education, history, physics and pre-engineering, physics and health and medical physics. And then we've added religious studies that our students can now pursue. So each degree option is 60 hours. So you have 30 hours focused on general education courses, and then 30 hours focused on core content required hours. So when during our sessions, if you were able to make it, I am making up those that have not. But the first semester so now beginning freshman year and the first semester and finishing up in that second semester with English Comp 2 and foreign language, the students will take their general education courses. For some of our students, if they decide to go in majors such as computer science, the core courses will begin in the first semester of the junior year. So that's very important to know. So you will finish your 30 hours of general education courses around that junior year. So your second semester junior year and your senior year, you are taking your major courses to complete your AA degree. And just a reminder, their requirement for those courses is to maintain a C or above in those courses. We do want to stress that if you make a D or an F, you are not able to get the degree without having to retake the course over. For your general education course and your major courses, you need a C or better. So now we'll start. What can I expect?
Thank you, Ms. Fleming. Now we're going to turn the program over to Tougaloo's faculty. I think that the things that Ms. Fleming mentioned were very important. We have been blessed so far these 4 years to work with excellent faculty at Tougaloo who also makes the transition parents to college seamless. They are there willing to help our students just like us. So I think that this is an awesome night where we're able to all come together and talk about our shared vision for the students. So Tougaloo's faculty, just remember, if you need to share your screen, you'll be able to. You all come in your own way as you would like. And we just want to hear about the degree offerings of your program, and then also some connections to careers or additional educational opportunities that students may explore with AA degrees. One thing I think that we always try to stress, and it's important that we remember, today you may not see something that is directly aligned to the career path that you think you want to do. It's okay to explore something else in your associate's degree and then pick up something else once you start your bachelor's degree at Tougaloo College, because that's what we want y'all to do, stay at Tougaloo. But it's okay to explore something else. So I want everybody to view and listen tonight with an open mind so that we can make decisions in the next 2 weeks about the next coming years. Okay. And we'll start with the School of Education. And I have something you want to share, so I'm gonna stop sharing so that y'all are able to share.
Again, this is Dr. Montgomery, the School of Education, Supervision, and Instruction will now bring to you their 2 AA offerings. We will have Dr. Vicki Davidson, who works with our elementary education program, and Dr. Rashonda Harris Allen, who works with our early or child development program. So we will now have those ladies present their programs and talk a little bit about career offerings. Dr. Davidson. Dr. Davidson, are you ready? We'll start with Dr. Allen.
Hello, good evening, all. I do apologize. Dr. Davidson was going to display the screens, but I'll go ahead and get started. And I'm going to leave my camera off because I have some distractions in the background. So I apologize about that in advance. But here at Tougaloo, we do have an Associate of Arts degree in child development. And what I like most about this particular degree is if you decide you want to stay in the Division of Education or you want to stay in education major, you may take some of the courses and apply it to any major we have within our department. And also, if you decide you want to get a bachelor's degree in child development, most of those courses, except for maybe the exception of 2, will feed directly into the bachelor's degree in child development. And for those who do not know, Tougaloo College have programs that can lead to a licensure if you decide you want to work in the pre-K 12 classroom. So if you decide today, hey, I want to get an associate arts degree in child development, you can use that degree, come back, obtain your bachelor's degree in child development and obtain a license. You can also obtain a license through elementary education. You can obtain a license through physical education or health and physical education or any licensure program within the Division of Education. You can use some of those courses from the AA in child development. It's not 100% interdisciplinary, but there is a lot of courses who will feed into any of those programs. Also, with the Associate of Arts degree in child development, there are many opportunities out there for job offerings. A lot of people ask me, what can I do with a bachelor's degree or an associate's degree or a certificate in child development? I might not want to work in a child care center, but I still want to work with children. There's opportunities to do research. We've had students to go on and go to Washington, D.C. and do research. We've had students to go on and become public school teachers or maybe interventionists. They get their license, they teach for a little while, and then they become an interventionist. We've had students to go on and work in child care licensure. We've had students to do consulting, become child care directors and owners. Students go to Head Start. Students become specialists. We also have a few students who have gone to the Mississippi Department of Education and work in the early childhood division. So it's a lot of things out there that people don't know that you can do with a child development degree. because this degree not only prepares you to work with children in between the ages of 0 and 8, it also prepares you to do research, write grants, give professional presentations. A lot of that information is embedded into the coursework that you will all do. Within the child development program, we have had a lot of students who have come out with an associate arts degree, obtained their bachelor's degree, and received their master's degree in child development. I have about 3 students right now who completed the AA program a few years back, and now one of them has already gotten their doctorate degree and 2 of them are working on it. And they started off with just getting an associate arts in child development. People also come into the program who may be interested in other fields. For example, social work, counseling, even pediatrics, because they want to get that sense of knowing how children develop starting from birth. And if you're going to become a social worker, a counselor, or anything outside of pre-K-12 education, but still want to work with children, sometimes it's important that you get that foundational knowledge to know how the brain is developed and know the needs, the basic needs of young children. So I would like to encourage anyone who is interested in learning more about young children or who is interested in working with young children to please feel free to come see us in the Division of Education. My name is Dr. Rashonda Harris Allen, and I have an open door policy. The students who are already currently within the program, they are wonderful. They have all earned every grade they have gotten, regardless if it's an A or a B, they have earned it. And I am here to tell you that I believe in each and every one of you all, and you all can do just as well, if not better. So I encourage you all to come visit us in the Division of Education. So now I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Davidson.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting the School of Education this evening to share about the Associate of Arts degrees that we offer. Thank you, Dr. Allen, for opening up. Thank you, Dr. Evans, for inviting us. We truly appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to speak to students about Tougaloo College. As an alumni of Tougaloo, I'm always happy to discuss what we have to offer and what we provide at our historical college. The vision of the School of Education is to produce Reed scholars, reflective, effective, active, and decisive scholars in the School of Education. Our mission is to support and prepare caring, reflective scholars and practitioners as lifelong learners and to succeed as professionals in the community. The School of Education, although we're focusing on the Associate of Arts degrees this evening, I would like to inform everyone of the Bachelor of Arts programs that we do provide. In child development, as Dr. Allen shared, elementary education, physical and health and physical education, health and recreation, special education, and secondary education. With all of these programs, the School of Education offers over 30 endorsement areas for those who choose education as their field of study. We do offer the Associate of Arts degree in child development as well as education. In addition to our Associate of Arts degrees, we offer Master of Arts degrees in teaching for elementary and secondary education, as well as child development. Separate from our degree programs, we do offer non-degree certificates and endorsements as well in child development, pre-kindergarten through kindergarten, reading, and gifted education. For the Associate of Arts degree in education, you do have to earn a minimum of 60 hours in general education as well as education courses. And in those education courses, you will learn about content knowledge as well as pedagogy, instructional practices as an education major. In addition to that, you will have the experience of field experience or practicum, and you will actually be able to, in some of your education courses, to actually go into the field and observe classrooms. And that's a very exciting part of being an education major, where you not only get to go attend classes on the college campus, but you also are able to visit classrooms in the Jackson Public School District to receive your field experience hours. And it is something that experience is enlightening, and it's something that students enjoy doing because they then know that, yes, I would like to be an educator, whether it's at the elementary level or the secondary level. You'll have those experiences available to you. As Dr. Allen mentioned, there are several different professions that you can go into as a child development major or an education major. You can go beyond being a teacher in the classroom. If you like to stay in education, you can become a coordinator, a counselor, a principal, even a superintendent. Also, corporate America, they look for education majors. They focus on the skills that our education majors have garnered and earned while at Tougaloo College. And also, they know that as educators, we are prepared not only in our field, but because of the different general education courses we receive, as well as the core education courses, we are prepared in corporate America, as well as if we were to continue on in the field of education, pre-K through 12. We look forward to anyone who's interested in speaking with us about our Associate of Arts degrees, and our contact information is available here. You can give us a call, or you can email the School of Education at education@tougaloo.edu. Thank you, and we appreciate your interest.
Thank you so much, Dr. Montgomery, Dr. Allen, and Dr. Davidson. Do we have any questions for the School of Education at this time?
I would like to make a quick comment. I did not mention this, but it's been a question raised. This is Dr. Rashonda Harris Allen. We do have a certificate program that will allow students to earn the 18 hours that's needed to get the Child Development Associate Certificate, or to get the certificate from Tougaloo College. And if you decide you want to take the test to become an owner or director through a national certification program. And so there are multiple things that we have, and those courses are embedded within the Child Development Program.
Thank you so much, ladies. Again, thank you. That was awesome information, Dr. Allen. Thank you for letting us know about the certificate that students are could obtain as well. Next, we'll hear from the Natural Science Division, where Dr. Mal serves as the dean. Dr. Mal, do you all have a visual that you would like to share?
Yes, we do.
I'm going to stop sharing so that you all are able to share, okay?
Okay. Okay, good evening. And this is Dr. Mao, Professor of Biology, Dean of Natural Sciences. And here today I brought 4 faculty here representing all associate degree we're offering to you. I'm so proud of, and so we're so happy you invite us to come. We are ready to introduce our program. So Natural Science Division, we have 3 departments. One's biology, another one's chemistry, physics, and third one is mathematics and computer science. So we offer 3 to 4 associate degree to high school students. And we are so happy to see the first 2 cohorts have more students that they are in our area. So today, and we are, this faculty, so department chair and the faculty will introduce our AA program. So hopefully, like Ms. Moden says, so even though you have one area of AA program, but you still can pursue any others when you come to Tougaloo, right? So we just heard administrators said all high school students come to Tougaloo, they all get tuition waiver. So I think this is a great opportunity for you guys after you finish 2 years doing your high school. So basically shorten your actually undergraduate education. Also, natural science provide a lot of opportunities for students who wants to major in STEM area. So, like we have early identification program with those, prestigious medical schools. There are 3, 4 of those. And then other like engineering schools at MSU or Brown, and also other like veterinary medicine from Mississippi State University. So all those, programs we hope can offer to you guys, because a week ago, and you have one of your seniors, her name is, she's trying to finish her AA degree in biology, right? So she, broadcasting it all over, and she said, what's her name? Is that I'm here.
Jalea Reedus.
Thank you. Dr. Evans, yeah, she received so many scholarships, over $1 million scholarship. We hope she can stay with us. And so basically you only have 2 years to go to finish your, undergrad, education. You might eligible for some of those early identification programs. This is why we as a faculty really try to help you to really receive our, the education at Tougaloo. The Tougaloo is really, we're talking about the excellence in academic, right? So we have a high standard with our student going out from, we train those students and they major in STEM are really very successful nationwide. So here, I don't want to, say too much. I'll turn this to I have a chair of biology department, Dr. Lee. And then after that, followed by chair of mathematics and computer science, Dr. Chen, along with new faculty, as he's specialized in cybersecurity. He wants to introduce our program. And last but not least, Dr. Banerjee, who is a professor of physics, is so talking about those AA programs. So Dr. Lee, you can go first.
Good evening. I am Dr. Lee from Biology Department at Tougaloo College. I'd like to introduce you our Biology Department and the AA degree in biology for the early college high school student. So first, let's start with what our students can do after they graduate with a biology degree. Our graduates have gained success in multiple different professional fields. Some of them, they pursue their PhD degree in the biomedical field and are working with working as a professor or the teacher at the different level of the schools in the related field. Some of them, they went to the medical school, veterinary school, pharmacy school, and nursing school, and become either the medical doctor or the nurses in the clinical field. Some of them, they even work as the patent lawyer. So when the students, they come to the biology department, choose the biology as their major, and when they graduate, they will be well prepared for the future career and their professional school application. So in the biology department, we do not only offer multiple different biology courses, we provide multiple opportunities for the students as well. We try to expose them to multiple molecular cellular biology techniques and skills in the laboratory research, and also they can gain research experience with our research faculties. We try to give them as many as possible hands-on opportunities to train them. To help students to be more successful in the application of the professional schools, we have collaborated with multiple different professional schools and established the early identification programs. Like for us, we collaborate with multiple different medical schools and have agreement with them for the early identification. Like the Brown University, Boston University, University of Buffalo, medical school, all of these, they for the students in the biology major, they can apply for this early identification program at their sophomore year. Also, we have the agreement with the veterinary medicine agreement with the Mississippi State University. Same thing, they can apply for this early identification program at their sophomore year. As long as they keep the certain GPA, they will go to the veterinary school after they graduate. We also have the agreement with the pharmacy school of the University of Mississippi. Also, we can the students in the biology department, they can try to achieve the dual degree, which offered by Tougaloo College and Xavier University in the School of Pharmacy. Besides all of this, we have the agreement with the University of Mississippi, their nursing school. The students for us in our biology department, they take all of the pre-nursing required courses, and then they can be accepted to the nursing school at the UMC. So now let's see, with all of this information, what we can do for the AA student, for the students who want to take the AA degree in the biology. So for the students, if they are interested in achieve this, they need to take 62 to 66 hours total, which 36 of them, they comes from the general education, and then 26 to 30 credit hours from our biology major requirement. So for us, we required 3 major biology courses and 1 bio-elective, and for the others, they are supporting courses. So after they pass all of these courses with C or above, they will get their AA degree. That is very, very good, and it will benefit them a lot, since for these courses, the credit hours, they can transfer to the other undergraduate study. If they choose to stay with us in the biology major, they already finish about 50% of their requirements. So they will take much, much shorter time for them to achieve the bachelor degree in biology. So with all of this, Thank you so much. And if you have questions for me, my email is lli@tougaloo.edu. Thank you.
Dr. Chen.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks, Dr. Evans invite us to present. I'm Dr. Tesia Chen from mathematics at the computer science department. Okay. For our mission of computer science program, we are going to prepare students to attend graduate school in computer science, to enter the workforce as computer professionals, and to have a fundamental knowledge of computing and technology as part of their general education. And for our department, we offer a bachelor degree in mathematics, a bachelor degree in computer science, bachelor degree in secondary education with the emphasis in mathematics. We also offer a cybersecurity minor and a data science minor. Yes, why students choose to study computer science or data science? I give the following reason. Since we are in the digital age, and choose a computer science major or data science related major, we can get high earnings. For example, according to a pay scale report, the average salary for a software development director is $143,000 on average per year. And with the degree in computer science or data science, students can explore in the following types of job opportunities: data scientists, software testers, software engineering, engineer, and artificial intelligence and machine learning engineer. All those types of job opportunities you can explore. And we know recently the number of job opportunities in the market about computer science or data science grows very fast. This is our computer science AA program required course. Students are required to finish fundamental mathematics courses and some fundamental programming language courses. I list all those required courses for AA program. And I'd like to spend some time introduce our cybersecurity program and the data science program. For our department, we offer cybersecurity program. This program, we got support from Cybersecurity Education Diversity Initiative, $300,000 from the grant. And also for our data science program, we will prepare students for data-related graduate programs and emerging and high growth fields of digital information and big data. This data science program, we also receive a report from the Sherman Fairchild Foundation at Title III. For our department, we have many opportunities to do research. This project is a data science related project, and I'm the PI of this project. This project is about to understand the human swallowing process and help guide more reasonable treatments on dysphagia. And this project receives about $110,000 support from Mississippi Embry grant. For our students, if you are interested, you can join our research group, and you can got opportunity to present in the national or state conference. And here we have developed a department video. We know we do have a lot of excellent examples of our alumni from our department. Let's watch this video. Okay, thank you everyone for your watching this video. And this is our contact information. If you are interested in our program, please contact me. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. And thank you for inviting me to this very special event. My name is Dr. Clyde Carroll. I just joined the faculty here at Tougaloo College. And I have to tell you, I'm very, very excited. I'm excited for many reasons, but I'm going to share a few of them with you right now. We are at a most unique and decisive moment in history. Young people in traditionally underrepresented demographics more than ever before now have it within their power to create their own narrative. This is driven by the critical need for experts in the area of information security. At Tougaloo College, we are passionate about opening the doors for self-determination to your high school age students. We offer courses that will prepare students to take their place among the professionals tasked with providing cybersecurity services to both private and public organizations all across the United States. I'm going to share my screen with you. I just want you to see some of the things the doors that will open up for your students. So it's in the area of cybersecurity, which is a computing discipline closely aligned with computer science, focused on securing information systems, and networks. We will offer a curriculum that currently we offer 4 courses in cybersecurity. So we are now beginning. We have had the excellent leadership of Mrs. Streeter over the past years, and she has developed a minor in cybersecurity. But we will continue to make enhancements to the program so that we can offer a major in cybersecurity in the near future. Now, here is what it will do for your students, and this is very important. Taking courses at Tougaloo College will prepare students, even prior to graduation, and that's very important, to sit for and pass very important certification exams. They can earn certificates in CompTIA IT Fundamentals Plus, CompTIA A Plus, CompTIA Network Plus, CompTIA Security Plus, Cisco CCNA, Cisco CCNP, Cisco CyberOps, and many more. So we will prepare them by teaching them courses that will allow them to get their AA certificate or degree, and also their Bachelor of Science degree. But along the way, they will be able to obtain certificates in any of these areas if they so choose. And then when they go out into the workforce, here are the types of jobs that they can get. They can become a security administrator, digital forensics engineer, information security analyst, security threat analyst, security auditor, penetration tester, network security engineer, security incident responder. These are all very, not just important fields, but high-paying jobs as well. So your students will get a solid foundation, a solid start here at Tougaloo College, and we will make sure that they are prepared when they go out into the field to get any of these high-paying jobs. Hopefully they will stay in school long enough to get their Bachelor of Science degree after their AA. But if for some reason they're unable to complete the course, we will keep preparing them. I know when I was a student, I worked as a computer programmer, even as I was a sophomore in college. So that's the kind of thing we will prepare your students to do, to be able to support themselves with a nice high-paying job and get a good solid start here at Tougaloo College. Thank you very much.
Dr. Banerjee.
Hello, good evening. So let me briefly share my screen and then I'll talk. So this is one of our alumni.
In its simplest definition, it simply means without limit. It's not a destination, it's not a size. We might have all first heard of No Limit from Master P in the 90s and his No Limit Soldiers. Now, the easiest examples of infinity come from mathematics. For example, if I take the integers, the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4,
all right.
I can continue on.
So, you know, let me begin with, again, this is a person that we had shared with maths. So he had a dual degree in physics and mathematics and went on to do a PhD in physics and astrophysics from Caltech. So some of our alumni from the physics department has been really the most notable, even though the numbers we have is really small. And there is an underrepresentation of minorities, particularly African-American minorities, and nowhere is it higher than that in physics. So we always welcome students to join our department. Now, physics appears to be the most fundamental of sciences and forms the foundation of, you know, all of the engineering fields. If you think of most famous scientists, the names of Einstein and Newton come into play. Also, it's one of the most fascinating things, you know, if you look at rockets in space or atoms, you know, trying to see atoms or laser guided missiles. Even everything we heard about UCAN, I was getting excited because I could see physics in all of that. So that's an exceptional career. And, you know, what we feel is if you give your effort and excellence, we'll probably provide sky as the limit for you. So, you know, if you want a really enriching career, you know, that has a lot of high paying jobs and where there is the greatest amount of demand probably for, you know, underrepresented minorities, I think we provide a pathway. Now, let me go into a couple of details. One is, you know, different from the program. I'm Dr. Banerjee. I'm a professor of physics at Tougaloo and visiting professor at Brown University. Now, the AA program that we have, and let me share the course content very briefly as well. All right, so this shows you the courses that you have to take. There are general ed requirements that is common to a number of the STEM fields. And then you have some math courses, trigonometry and calculus, and a general chemistry course. And then these are the physics courses that you have to take. So the general physics course sequence is also the course required by physics majors. And this is a modeling course. And also you have an engineering mechanics course. So you get a, you know, broad overview as well. And what can you do with a AA degree in physics, right? So first, a couple pathways that are very clear is you can, you know, stay another couple years, do a bachelor's in physics, and that opens a wide range of avenues. You can also transfer to engineering school, and in that regard, we have a partnership with Mississippi State University where you can do a number of engineering fields. In addition to that, if you looked at the curriculum, there is enough math and chemistry that you can choose to do a bachelor's in one of those fields as well. And, you know, go into, if you want to, you can go into medicine because there is, you know, like in MCAT exams, the physics majors have done very well statistically. Also engineering fields are open, but essentially in addition to have, you know, it's somewhat like a applied math, right? So you have a strong foundation on really understanding things. And once you get that, that becomes a skill in a variety of pathways you can choose. Now, career-wise, what kind of careers can you get through physics pathway? So as I said, in education and research, you have a strong, and academics, there is a strong pathway. But there is a very strong pathway towards engineering and industry as well. You know, there's Nissan that is here, or NASA we have in Mississippi. So you really, semiconductor industry, they hire a lot of physicists as well. And then you have the education research pathway. So I think, you know, it is such a diverse program to build strong interdisciplinary skills that is extremely valuable. You know, even in the stock market, some of the modeling, you know, physicists are very coveted as modelers for the stock market as well. So it's in a sense a uniquely diverse field which provides you with problem solving, mathematical skills, and critical thinking skills that really you can take to a wide range of career opportunities, and where particularly there is a strong demand for underrepresented students. So I will probably stop here because you're, you know, being overwhelmed with a lot of different perspectives. So you can reach me through the early high school, or, you know, Biswas is my partner in the department and he couldn't be here today. So either us, you can reach anytime. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mal, and the School of Natural Science. Next, we'll hear from the School of Humanities, where Dr. Miranda Freeman serves as the Dean.
Good evening, everyone. And before I give my spiel as Dean of the School of Humanities, I first like to take a moment and personally say how very proud I am of Mrs. Molden and Ms. Fleming, as they are graduates of the School of Humanities. They were English majors and took several of my classes. So I am so very proud to see them in their professional element. Good evening, parents. Good evening, early college, high school students. It is my pleasure to be before you very shortly. And to simply say that the School of Humanities, and let me say this, while we keep flubbing that, our college has had an organizational restructuring, and we were divisions, and I've been at that college almost 20 years. For those 20 years, and now we're schools. So bear with us if we flub division schools. But the School of Humanities actually houses 4 majors: English, history, mass communication, and music. Those programs we offer Bachelor of Arts degrees. We do not offer AA degrees, associate degrees, but in 2 areas. And those areas are history and religious studies. I'm going to let outstanding faculty within the Department of History bring you an overview of that department. But all I want to say about religious studies is simply that that program was dormant for several years because we simply did not have faculty. The college chaplain has now been transitioned into that department, and she's full-time faculty while maintaining her chaplain duties. So now we actually have a real live person who can offer religious studies in the associate's program. Unfortunately, because of the nature of the disciplines of English, of mass communication, and of music, we do not have Associate of Arts programs for those disciplines, but we are always open to students coming and participating in our classes. I don't teach as much as I would like to teach, but I do teach the upper level English classes, African American literature and American literature, but they are many classes in those areas that would be acceptable as elective courses. because the humanities make you think bigger. We don't have all of those wonderful, Dr. Mao over there warning you all with all these wonderful videos, Dr. Chan and Dr. Lee. We have really old books, but they have so many wonderful things in those old books. So I encourage you to please come by. I have an open door policy, as I have tried over the years not to do. Eat at my desk, it doesn't work. So students know they can come at any time. I am located in Berkshire Cottage upstairs in office 203. But as I began my comments, Mrs. Molden and Ms. Fleming know how to get to me anytime. So you just tell them you want to see me and they'll send you over. At this point, I would like to yield to my colleague and dear friend, Dr. Daphne Chamberlain, as she will just give you an overview of the Associates of Arts degree program in history. But if there are questions about the Associates program in religious studies, please do not hesitate to contact me at mfreeman@tougaloo.edu. I may be reached at 601-977-4483. I will place all of that I just said very hurriedly in the chat. So if you ever just want to talk, please feel free to come by and see me. Dr. Chamberlain.
Thank you, Dr. Freeman. And I told Dean Freeman I would stay on script, so I'm going to do just that. But again, I am Daphne Chamberlain. I'm an associate professor of history at historic Tougaloo College. And I will share my screen with a few tidbits of information for those who may be interested in pursuing an associate's degree in the Department of History. First, I'd like to say thank you to Dr. Evans, Mrs. Molden, and Ms. Fleming for this opportunity, and know that we are extremely proud of those young people, those young scholars who have chosen to pursue their associate's degree in history. Those 6 young people are extremely bright and they are excelling by leaps and bounds. So thank you all for the work that you're doing with them. Of course, within the Department of History, we are a discipline that is reading and writing intensive. And of course, we are preparing serious leaders through assignments and experiences that sharpen our students' critical thinking, that allow them to capture their thoughts through their written experiences, and also position them to be comfortable and confident in on the public stage. And I am a proud product of Tougaloo College's Department of History, and it has afforded me several opportunities because of the foundation I received here. But there are so many other alumni who have led successful careers with their degree in history. And just to give you an idea, in front of you, this is, of course, the degrees that are offered, but with the associate's degree in history, it is 30 credit hours where there is emphasis being placed on, and I will stop this because of the awkwardness of it going back and forth, but there are courses that are placing emphasis on African-American history, US history, world history, but also a course that's being taught in civil rights history as well. And I am the instructor of record for it. But again, with those who have gone on to receive their degrees in history, they have been extremely successful. And many of them have become well-respected political leaders, faculty members at well-known higher education institutions. We've also produced K-12 teachers who have been absolutely dynamic in their careers. We have lawyers, judges, business owners whose focus is on making sure that their product is exuding history, especially Black history. And one of the things that we are extremely proud of is one of our recent alumni who went on to receive her master's in history, but also went on to receive her degree from law school, is now part of the Biden administration. So that gives you an example of some of the great things that alumni who come out of the Department of History things that they go on to do.
So for those scholars who are present this evening with their parents, we encourage you all to have serious conversations on what career path you'd like to take. We may not necessarily make a lot of money in history, but it is a rewarding career. And I promise you, I am evidence of it, that if you create a path for yourself, you can command your price. So we invite you to join this legacy of changing the world with your, not just your associate's degree in Tougaloo. We're hoping that you will go on and get your bachelor's degree in Tougaloo. And as you consider history, I'm going to leave you with this quote: "Until the lion learns to write, every story will glorify the hunter." So we need for you all to be helping to write and tell this story so we can expand this narrative and make sure that it is inclusive and that we go on to make Tougaloo extremely proud. So thank you all for having me. And of course, my contact information was on the slide and I'll put it in the chat, but thank you all and hope to see you in the fall.
Thank you so much, Dr. Freeman and Dr. Chamberlain. Next, we will hear from, last but not least, we will hear from the school, and I'm saying Division II, and I was looking on the website the other day and I was like, oh, this has changed. So I noticed the change too, Dr. Freeman, and I had to redo the slides, but we'll hear now from the School of Social Sciences. And I'm trying to see, is Dr. Lajou on the call? If she isn't, I know that Dr. Muhammad is here to speak about the AA degree in business.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I am Dr. Muhammad, Associate Professor and Chair of the Department of Economics. And I bring you greetings from the Department, Division of Social Science and Department of Economics. And it is my pleasure to speak today to the students and to the parents. And I hope I'll be able to give them all the information that they needed to know about the associate degree in business, and also about, the career opportunities available for those with degrees in economics and business, and also to answer some of their questions. To begin with, I'll give you like a little bit of information about the degrees that the department offers. The Department of Economics offers a BA degree in economics with emphasis in accounting. It also offers a BA in economics with emphasis in business administration. And it also offers just a BA in economics. And of course, it also offers the associate degree in business administration. Now, we are here to talk about the BA or the associate degree in business administration. And the hours that are required are 60 hours, like all of the other associate degrees. 30 hours are, of course, general education hours, and 30 hours are in the major, in business and economics and accounting. So after obtaining, any student, after the student obtains his or her associate degree in business administration, and if that student decides to get the BA, the good news is that the hours, the 30 hours that he or she takes in the major are going to count towards their BA, towards the BA degree. So that almost half of the credit hours that are required for the BA. So that's a good positive, thing for having your associate degree. It helps you and makes it easier for you to get your BA. And as I said, if you decide to get your BA, and this is what we want you to do, you can decide on whether you want to have an emphasis in accounting or an emphasis in business administration, or if you just have a BA in economics. Okay, so this as far as the degrees are concerned. Now, as far as the career opportunities, there are so many opportunities for students with BAs and with degrees in economics and business. And of course, everybody knows about the traditional areas of employment, which are banking, insurance, and financial companies and financial businesses, and so on and so forth. But there is another wider opportunity for employment that many people are not aware of, which is actually almost every business in the economy today. Every big business in the US or medium-sized business would hire people with degrees in economics and business. If you take every sector in the economy, the non-traditional economics and financial sector of the economy, like if you take the auto industry, the computer industry, companies like Apple, like Google, Amazon, even airline industry, computer industries, oil, companies, every one of those big company, large corporations would have three important departments: marketing, accounting and finance department, and would also have human resource departments. And all of those three departments in every big corporation, in every company, would hire students with economics and business degrees. So as far as employment is concerned, then you could say that it's really that the sky is the limit. There is no limits to the opportunities that are available, for those graduates. Even the internet companies, companies like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those, each one of those companies have, as I said, marketing department, they have an accounting finance department, they have human resource departments, and all of those departments hire, students with economics and business degrees. Another area of employment is Wall Street. Big companies on Wall Street hire, students with degrees in business and economics all the time. Big companies like Goldman Sachs, companies like Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Citigroup, and others, all of them. And by the way, Wall Street companies are working very hard to recruit as many minorities, as they can, because minorities, especially African Americans, are underrepresented in Wall Street, in the big financial sector. And because of that, we always encourage our students, to apply, to those companies. Also, those big companies provide a lot of internships. Some are internships for students with business and economic majors, and I have students doing, internships with those companies like Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan Chase, and some of them actually ended up getting jobs, with those big companies. The other area of employment is the government. Here we're talking about the federal government as well as the state government and maybe even county government. So the federal government, there are a lot of opportunities, everywhere from the students with such degrees can get jobs and employment, with the Department of Commerce, also with the Department of Labor, the Office of the Budget, and the U.S. Trade or International Trade Commission. And so there are so many opportunities, in the federal government, and of course, the Federal Reserve System, employs all the time, students with degrees in business and economics. And of course, the Federal Reserve System is not just in Washington. Washington is the headquarters, but they have regional offices everywhere. Every 4 or 5 states have that are covered by a regional office, and I think Mississippi is part of the Atlanta Federal Reserve System. And so all of those regional offices are, as well as their headquarters in Washington, hire also students, with degrees in business and economics. Of course, this is in addition to state governments. The state governments also, hire, students or graduates with business and economics degrees. And here in Mississippi, we have a student getting employment, with the, say, Mississippi Tax Commission, with the, budget, state budget offices and other, offices. So there are a lot of, employment opportunities, in the government sector as well. So there are also a lot of opportunities for internships, summer internships, and internships that they can do for credit to gain valuable practical experience, when they get to work with some of those businesses or government agencies. So as I said, there are a lot of opportunities out there for students with a degree in business or economics. Now, those who have the degree and who choose not to join the workforce right away, and they want to, for instance, go ahead and go to graduate school, there are also a lot of students, students with BA in economics or business can actually go to a graduate school. They will be doing, some of them will do MBAs and a Master of Business Administration. Some of them would be Masters in Economics. Some of them would be Masters in accounting, and eventually the CPA in accounting. There are some students who would go beyond that for the PhD in accounting, finance, business, finance and real estate, those popular fields for graduate studies. And there are also some students who choose to go to professional schools. We have a lot of our students in the past with BA in economics or business who would go to law school. Okay, so there are a lot of opportunities out there, and we'll encourage, our students to take advantage of all of those opportunities. Yeah. So that's what I can say today. So I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you so much, Dr. Muhammad, for the information. And I know our business majors who are currently enrolled in the program are definitely enjoying the courses. Thank you all so much. Dr. Montgomery, thank you for helping us coordinate tonight's efforts. Thank you everyone who was able to present and bring information to our families. I'm going to go ahead and turn the program over to Dr. Evans.
Before we open the floor again for questions and answers, I do want to check to see if either Dr. Walters or Dr. McDowell Robinson would like to bring greetings.
I will wait to see if President Walters would like to go first. Okay, I'll jump in just in case she's on mute. But first and foremost, welcome everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Evans and your phenomenal team for pulling together these young people and their families to learn more about the majors and the opportunities here at the college. I am Whitney McDowell Robinson, and I have the privilege of serving as Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Services for Tougaloo. And so we are very key and vital in ensuring that we recruit the best and brightest, that we retain the best and brightest, and we provide services that support their matriculation here at the colleges. So I'm so excited to hear from you all. And so what I would do is I also place my information in the chat, but what I really want to do is just take a few seconds because I know you all have other things on your agenda this evening, is just to share that Tougaloo is very intentional and strategic about our partnership with JPS. And then when we have you here, it's not ECHS is over here and Tougaloo is over here. We want to make sure that we have a true partnership in the work that we're doing. And so one of the ways that Tougaloo wants to share that commitment and share the work we're doing is that we have put in place a tuition waiver for all students who come through the JPS-Tougaloo Early College High School program. And so as you complete that associate's degree during your senior year and you continue your matriculation at Tougaloo, knowing that, and I know parents, that's very important for you, but knowing that you will have a tuition waiver here at the college, that's how we view this partnership. And we know that you are the best and the brightest, and that we are thankful to have this partnership on our campus. And so I will put my information in the chat because again, we are here to look for recruiting the best and brightest, making sure we're providing the top quality services from counseling services, residential life, Greek life, etc. But most importantly, making sure that we support the whole student. So thank you so much, Dr. Evans and your team. And I look forward to seeing and working with you all.
Thank you so much, Dr. McDowell Robinson. It has been such a joy working with you from the very beginning, actually. And we are so proud of all you are doing to help make this college even more competitive and even more wonderful. So thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to open the floor for any questions that were not answered. Again, students will begin selecting a major. Parents, we'd like for you to discuss this information. I believe we have a copy of most of the slides that were sent if you needed those to be sent out to you, but Ms. Fleming will be working with our students to determine their major. We want them to officially declare their major so that we can ensure that they have the appropriate coursework as they matriculate through this AA degree program. So any questions that you might have at this time, I'm happy to address them. All right, well, on behalf of the JPS-Tougaloo Early College High School family, I'd like to say thank you again for your time and your attention. Thank you so much to all of our Tougaloo family for being with us on tonight and sharing such valuable information with our scholars, with our students. Because of the people that we heard from tonight, we will have hopefully over 20 students who will earn their associate's degree in just a couple of months. And so pretty soon your suite, our freshmen and sophomores will be, in their shoes. And so these are the people who will help us to get them there. So again, they have shared their contact information with you. If you have questions about the major, please be sure to ask them. But again, I'd like to thank all of our professors, the deans, the chairs, the vice presidents, and definitely President Walters for her leadership. And all of the professors, thank you so much for what you do to make the JPS-Tougaloo Early College High School one of the best environments for teaching and learning in the nation. Our students have achieved such phenomenal results and outcomes from, just one of our students who earned over $2 million in scholarships. Several of them have $300,000, $400,000 in scholarship offers. But also we have the highest biology proficiency rates, 93% in the state. And the second highest U.S. history rates with 91%, the second highest in the state. And we are not going to stop until we get 100% proficiency. So, we are doing our very best to make sure that our students are of good quality when they come to you. Again, our average ACT score is above 20. Many of these students on the call have taken our ACT prep very seriously, have 28s, 29s, 26s on the ACT already in the 9th and 10th grades. And so we want to send our very best and brightest to Tougaloo, and all of these students represent the very best and brightest of the Jackson Public School District and our nation. So thank you all again. We hope to continue to have these discussions, and we want you all to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. For our students, you have to be at school in the morning before 8 o'clock. We have a fundraiser kickoff for all of our end of the year activities. We also have a play, Democracy. New Stage Theater will be there. And then we have our official school photo. This is the first year that we have 9th through 12th grade. And we want to archive an official photograph for the Jackson Public School District and then for Tougaloo's Department of Archives and Records. So we want everyone to be there. White dress shirt, black dress bottoms for our students. We plan to take the photo between 9:45 and 10 o'clock so that students can get dismissed if they want for our very first winter formal dance, which is tomorrow also. So you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see my students in the morning.
Ms. Benjamin, I think you have your hand raised. You have a question or comment?
Yes, I have a question, but it's not about what we went over tonight. It's actually about the black and white for the picture tomorrow. So
okay,
I can wait to after, but if you want me to wait just a little while, or
you can ask your question. Somebody else might have the same question.
Okay, so Grace was saying it had to be. She doesn't have formal black bottom. So is it something else?
A dark, does she have just dark bottoms? It can be skirt pants, just a dark bottom then if she doesn't have black, and then a white dress top.
Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure. Thank you so much.
Oh, no, thank you. And thank you